move that we call the meeting to order.
Oh, well, I'm reading, sorry. Call the meeting to order. This is a special called meeting with 48 hours advertisement.
Yep.
Clark County Election Board today is April the 8th. It is approximately 4:45 in the afternoon. Myself, Adrian Steele, Tony Singleton, and Ryan Lynch present with Angela Cornett of the Voters Registration Office. We have short business approval of meeting minutes from the March 30th meeting.
So move.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Then, next item of business is new business. There's a change of poll location due to ongoing construction. This involves the Tri-Township Fire Station. We need to roll back to the Clark County REMC building. Obviously, REMC is okay with this.
Yeah, we've gotten confirmation.
And how many precincts were voting at Tri-Township? Two. So
44 and 43.
And they can accommodate us at REMC. That's where they used to vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they we weren't for sure. We was kind of hoping that we were going to be able to use Tri-Township, but recently they told us that they're going to be in like the transition period between moving from the old building to the new building, and so it's just not even an option because of the building potentially is not going to even have power in it, and then they're still moving in the other one. So
it probably doesn't even make sense because if they're not there in the general election either,
then we can't.
But even if they are, we wouldn't be able to move back.
Right.
Not in the middle of the
right, not in the middle of it. So
yeah, they said that they would like for us to consider coming back. We found out that REMC might not be able to accommodate in the future years because they might be doing away with having the room available.
REMC,
but there isn't anywhere else in the area. We reached out to Ivy Tech and they said that that's both elections kind of fall around finals week and they couldn't allow us to be there during finals. So yeah, this is where we're at.
I swear, man, nobody has any civic mindedness anymore. Well,
I make a motion we change locations.
I'll second.
Proposed.
And then all in favor?
Aye.
And is there any other information that we need to submit?
Nope.
And will mail go out?
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to push the buttons.
Please, yeah, because I'm thinking 2 weeks before the primary. Have we got signs?
We will get a sign printed and we'll have letters go out tomorrow.
Yeah, because I'm terrified that people might not vote if they go to one and they go, screw this.
Yeah.
How far is Tri-Township from?
I think it's less than half a mile.
But yeah, I mean, it's
Then,
right there.
yeah.
You can see it from one parking lot to the other.
Yeah. So
They
we'll
still
put a
go-
big sign
They
up
still
at
go
the
to REMC.
street. People are still.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still.
Yeah, I figured, but. Next item, we had our election mechanic crew, Nick Mobley, stepped down, and so we have a vacancy that is typically filled by a Republican appointment, seeing as Bubby Bissing is nominally a Democratic appointment, I guess. Have we had any interest in the position?
Yeah, so we've got two. We've got James Dispinet, who was sent in by Fannie, and then we had another individual named Wayne Townsend Jr., who also was showing his interest. I'm not sure how he got the information about it, but he called me and said that he was interested. So I printed off their vote history. They both have
voted in at least one prior primary.
Yeah, they've been voting in the Republican primaries for the last 10 plus years.
Gentlemen, I'll leave it up to you. Would you like to call these folks in for a private interview with us? And then if we deliberate a decision on hiring, we'd have to do that on the record. But I don't necessarily want either of them to feel like this is the Star Chamber. I
Sure.
want them to be able to speak freely about why they believe they're qualified.
Yeah, I mean, I actually support talking to them.
Yeah. Can we arrange interviews within the next week? Would that be doable with your schedule, Tone?
If we hit them later in the day on Wednesday, or obviously evenings, other than Monday evening next week, but any evening or Wednesday or Thursday. I know Thursday's bad for you, but those would be while I'm already here.
Well, I mean, I can be here if as long as it's after
In the
4:30.
evening. Okay.
And if I can get out sooner from Clarksville, it just depends on when I get done.
Right.
And I don't have any problem being here on a Thursday, but if Wednesday works best for you too,
Yeah, that should be either or.
let's send these both notification that the three of us would like to interview them next Wednesday, 4:45. Let's make it 4:45 next
Okay.
Wednesday afternoon here in voters registration. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So then,
Now, does that need to be posted as an executive session?
I think it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna deliberate anything, we're not gonna make a hiring decision.
Sure.
At our next scheduled meeting after that, we'll just call the business and just take a vote. I like so-and-so, you like so-and-so, you like so-and-so. And if it's 2-1 or 3-0,
No.
screw it.
The question is, if we're waiting until the next regularly scheduled meeting, is that person going to be particularly
Oh, it's
helpful?
gonna have to be before the
Yeah, but-
primary.
right, but I meant-
Right,
and-
they're
and
not
even
gonna,
still-
even if we hired somebody today, they're not gonna have a lot of opportunity to
Yeah, they're not
learn.
gonna learn much.
The
They're gonna
primary,
be-
with the primary being historically lower,
Yeah.
it's a good time for them to be able to learn. We're also going to have a representative here from ES&S on election day all
that
day
helps.
to help with anything that we need.
All right, so will that happen again in the general?
We will have it in the general.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And my main feeling is once we get them on board, they're probably going to be physical labor as much as anything this first time around, just
Right.
the same way as Nick was.
Right.
I'm not,
Yeah.
no shade on Bubby, but you know, at his age, he's not shoving these machines around, and I can see the age on the applicants. Yeah, young man, younger man. Anybody's younger than me. So yeah, let's meet them.
If we get anybody else that throws their name in,
Any
you
new
want me
names?
to just bring
Yes,
them?
we'll have an opportunity. We'll talk to any of them 4:45 next Wednesday, and you know, right now we have 2 candidates, so it'd be pretty easy to decide if you know after interviews which one we like. But
Sure.
You know, beyond that,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
Uh,
I didn't put this on there because I just thought about that at the end of the day.
yes,
This is the one where we voted on him,
yes.
but I couldn't send him anything until we signed it. So
Yes, okay, and we levied the fee
yeah, $20 a day, 22 days, and I put in
for 40,
the order.
paid at
for-
50 a month.
Yeah,
Yes.
50 a month up to it makes out to be about 9 months. So.
Yeah. Did somebody draft this for you?
I took a lot of that is from the state. I just kind of tweaked it a little.
You did I mean, you are the clerk, but at the same time, I'm saying you do a very good job of drafting documents. It's a certain skill that I particularly enjoy and appreciate is drafting documents.
Appreciate it.
Well, that's all we got.
No,
There's
no old business, and no public.
And no one is here
But they're
from
here
the
on
public.
they're probably here on camera. So I moved to adjourn.
I will second that, and all in favor. Before we adjourn, we've announced that we're going to meet next Wednesday, and then if we want to do an ad hoc meeting before the primary to announce or deliberate our hiring decisions, do you want to do it,
Well, we'll have our regular meeting before.
The 29th is our next meeting.
that's
So,
true.
yeah.
And if the 29th is our next meeting, the only other thing I wanna do, see, cause I kinda want them hired, I want them at the next meeting, and I want them to attend poll worker training. At least one of those sessions, and I think that, cause we'll be doing poll worker training the 29th, right?
No.
Well, or that week,
Yeah, that week.
Just one day after that, the 30th.
right?
Yeah, but
So-
we do it, yeah.
I'm kind of tempted, if today is the 8th and we're gonna meet them on the 15th, can we schedule it,
The only time would be the 22nd, that following Wednesday.
I think I
'Cause
can,
then we would have a couple days of training after that.
I think that'll work.
and we don't even have to do it at 4:45. Do you wanna do it during the lunch hour on April 22nd?
That's a Wednesday. Yeah, let's plan on that.
Yeah, so, we're gonna tentatively schedule then, I'll, de-adjourn. And, for scheduling purposes, we're going to meet, to deliberate hiring of the Republican mechanic, April 22nd at 12 noon,
That should work.
and that's all.
I call the question.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes. So let it be written, so let it be done.